Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to Alternate Cuts. Now, this is the segment where Joe the Horror Man and myself pick a film with an alternate cut of said film. It could be a director's cut, it could be a work print, it could be a lot of different things, and we talk about it a little bit. Today, we're going to be talking about Gremlins 2: The New Batch. And I learned actually a lot about this film from Joe because I was extremely late to the party with this movie. I love the first Gremlins. You should have already seen my controversial view for Gremlins at this point. And, I have a long history with Gremlins. Gremlins 2, however, is one that I didn't really care to watch. It's not that I had anything really against it, it's just one that I just didn't care about. I liked the first movie so much. The second one looked like it was kind of different. And of course, I was a lot younger at the time. And it also took, you know, quite a few years to get a sequel for this film. And usually that's not a good sign, or at least it wasn't back then. So, in learning about this from Joe, the first time I watched Gremlins 2, I didn't really care for it that much. Um, Maybe I wasn't sure what I was expecting, or maybe I just wasn't in the mood for this sort of film. But I will say that when I watched it with Joe and doing alternate cuts, I really like this film. I think it's a lot of fun. And it impressed me what they tried to do with this film. Now, the difference in an alternate cut. Now, Joe saw this in the theaters. I did not. Like I said, back then, I didn't really care about this film. Um, I wish I would have, but eh, it is what it is. But apparently, there is a part in the original film where Hulk Hogan is in a movie theater and he is trying to get the Gremlins to stop messing around with the film that we all are watching because it's supposed to be us sitting with Hulk sitting in a movie theater. Well, when you put that over to VHS, it kind of doesn't work, or home video, it kind of doesn't work. So what they did was they took out the Hulk Hogan part and they replaced it with a different part. And the only way this was available for a very long time was on VHS. And the Hulk Hogan part was actually not available for a long time until we have the Blu ray, because I don't believe it was on the DVD. I could be mistaken. Definitely let me know if I am mistaken, but I know VHS was the John Wayne part, which got replaced, which was the part that replaced the Hulk Hogan part. Now, what they did in order to make it more, I guess, more acceptable for the format, and I thought it was actually pretty cool that they did this, is instead of being in a movie theater, now you're watching this on home video. And the VHS tape is getting messed up and being taken over by gremlins in your television. And of course, instead of Hulk Hogan in the movie theater, you have John Wayne having a shootout with the little gremlins. And it's actually kind of cute. It's pretty funny. And I think, actually, I really appreciate that they went out of their way to fix something that they knew wasn't going to work. Fortunately, on this Blu ray, and I'm sure on the regular Blu ray for not only Gremlins, but Gremlins 2, well, especially on Gremlins 2, you get an alternative scene. And that's where the John Wayne scene comes in. Now, like I said before this, you could only see the John Wayne scene on VHS. And I don't know, I think it was cool that they made it available on the Blu ray because I never, the time I watched it before, like I said, I wasn't too, I guess, happy about it. I don't know. Maybe I was in a mood where I didn't feel like watching Gremlins, or I don't know. But I actually didn't watch that extra scene until just now when we're doing alternate cuts. And it was a lot of fun, I'll have to say. And if you do have the VHS, which I'm sure Joe's going to show in his video, um, you might want to get the Blu-ray because it does have the additional scene that was actually in the movie to begin with. As we always say, physical media matters, and I don't think you're going to get that extra scene on a streaming device. And that's why we always kind of go over the whole physical media part of it. Don't forget to check out Joe's alternate cut for Gremlins 2, the new batch. And like we always say, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.